Imagine a poor country where people fight every day just to survive. Simple homes, weak infrastructure, and in one single moment, everything is gone. The date, January 12th, 2010. It was a day that began like any other in Haiti, a small Caribbean nation nestled on the western third of the island of Hispaniola. The sun rose over the bustling streets of Port-au-Prince, casting a golden glow over the city's colorful buildings and busy markets. Children hurried to school, vendors set up their stalls, and families went about their daily routines, unaware that their lives were about to change forever. The air was warm, filled with the sounds of laughter, music, and the everyday hustle that defined life in Haiti. But beneath the surface, the earth was holding a secret, a tension that had been building for centuries, waiting for the moment when it would be unleashed with devastating force. Haiti, one of the poorest nations in the world, yet rich in culture, resilience, and hope. For centuries, the Haitian people have faced adversity, from colonial rule and slavery to political instability, hurricanes, and poverty. Yet, through it all, they have maintained a vibrant spirit, a deep sense of community, and an unbreakable will to survive. On this particular Tuesday, the city of Port-au-Prince was alive with energy. The markets were crowded with people buying and selling goods. The scent of fried plantains and spices wafted through the air, and the sounds of compa music drifted from open windows. Life in Haiti was not easy, but it was full of color, warmth, and a sense of togetherness that bound its people together. No one could have predicted that, in just a few hours, everything would change. At exactly 4:53 p.m., as the afternoon sun began to dip toward the horizon, the ground beneath Haiti suddenly came alive. Without warning, a deep rumbling roar echoed through the city. The earth began to tremble, gently at first, then with increasing violence. Buildings swayed, windows shattered, and the streets erupted in chaos. People froze in confusion. Then panic set in as the shaking intensified. In a matter of seconds, the world, as they knew it, was turned upside down. The earthquake struck with a magnitude of 7.0 on the Richter scale, its epicenter just 16 miles west of Port-au-Prince. The force of the quake was unlike anything the city had ever experienced. The ground buckled and heaved, roads split open, and entire neighborhoods were thrown into turmoil. For 35 terrifying seconds, the earth shook with relentless power, toppling buildings, crushing cars, and trapping thousands beneath the rubble. The sounds of the city were replaced by the deafening roar of collapsing concrete, the screams of the injured, and the desperate cries for help. In those moments, time seemed to stand still as the people of Haiti faced a disaster of unimaginable scale. In the aftermath, the devastation was almost beyond comprehension. Port-au-Prince, once a city of vibrant life and color, was now a landscape of destruction. Nearly every building in the city center was damaged or destroyed. Homes, schools, hospitals, and government offices lay in ruins. The National Palace, a symbol of Haitian pride, had collapsed. The city's main cathedral was reduced to rubble. Roads were blocked by debris, making it nearly impossible for rescue teams to reach those in need. In the days that followed, the true scale of the disaster became clear. Over 200,000 people lost their lives, and more than 1.5 million were left homeless. Families were separated, communities shattered, and the entire nation was plunged into mourning. Yet, even in the face of such overwhelming tragedy, the spirit of the Haitian people endured. Neighbors helped neighbors, strangers became family, and the world watched as Haiti began the long, difficult journey toward recovery. The earthquake of January 12, 2010, was one of the deadliest natural disasters in history, a moment that changed Haiti forever, but also revealed the strength, courage, and resilience of its people. Buildings collapsed, streets cracked open, thousands trapped under rubble, and screams echoed everywhere. In moments, the city turned into ruins. The disaster was far bigger than what the country could handle. No enough hospitals, no emergency response. People were trying to rescue each other with their bare hands. The outcome was heartbreaking. In the blink of an eye, Haiti was changed forever. The earthquake struck with a force that no one could have anticipated, leaving behind a trail of devastation that would haunt the nation for years to come. The streets of Port-au-Prince, once bustling with life and laughter, were suddenly filled with cries of anguish and disbelief. Families clung to each other, searching desperately for loved ones amid the chaos, while others stood in stunned silence, unable to comprehend the scale of the disaster that had just unfolded before their eyes. The air was thick with dust and sorrow as the reality of the tragedy began to sink in. More than 220,000 people lost their lives, their futures stolen in an instant. The sheer number of victims was almost impossible to grasp. In the days that followed, mass graves were dug to accommodate the overwhelming number of bodies, a grim testament to the scale of the catastrophe. Rescue workers, many of them volunteers from around the world, worked tirelessly to recover victims from the rubble, often risking their own lives in the process. For many families, the pain of loss was compounded by the uncertainty of not knowing whether their loved ones were among the dead or still trapped beneath the debris. The grief was palpable, a heavy weight that seemed to settle over the entire country. Over 1.5 million people were left homeless, their homes reduced to piles of rubble and dust. In the aftermath, makeshift shelters sprang up across the city as families sought refuge wherever they could find it. Crowded tent cities became the new reality for thousands with little access to clean water, food, or medical care. The sense of displacement was overwhelming as people struggled to come to terms with the loss of not just their homes, but their sense of security and belonging. Children wandered through the camps, their faces etched with confusion and fear, while parents did their best to provide comfort and reassurance in the face of unimaginable hardship. The struggle for survival became a daily battle as the most basic needs became difficult to meet, and the entire country was plunged into chaos. The infrastructure that once supported daily life was shattered. Roads were impassable, hospitals were overwhelmed, and communication systems were down. Emergency responders, both local and international, faced enormous challenges as they tried to coordinate rescue and relief efforts amid the devastation. The government struggled to maintain order as the sheer scale of the disaster threatened to overwhelm even the most basic systems of support. In the streets, confusion reigned, with people searching for food, water, and information about missing loved ones. The sense of uncertainty was pervasive, as no one knew what the next day would bring. Yet even in the midst of such overwhelming tragedy, moments of resilience and solidarity began to emerge. Neighbors helped each other dig through the rubble. Strangers shared what little they had, and communities came together to mourn, to comfort, and to begin the long, difficult process of healing. The heartbreak was undeniable, but so too was the strength of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable loss. The whole world watched the tragedy, and help came from everywhere, but still, poverty, disorder, and weak organization made recovery almost impossible. The Haiti earthquake wasn't just a natural disaster. It was a painful reminder that poverty doesn't just make life harder, it makes tragedy even worse. If this story touched you, subscribe for more powerful stories of disasters that change nations. Hit the like button and share this video with your friends and family. Disasters like the Haiti earthquake remind us of the fragility of life and the strength of the human spirit. When we come together, we can make a difference. By subscribing, you ensure you won't miss out on any future stories that highlight the resilience and courage of people facing unimaginable challenges. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts on this story. Your engagement helps us understand what resonates with our audience and what kind of content you want to see more of, whether it's sharing your own experiences, offering support to those affected, or simply expressing your thoughts. Your comments are invaluable. Should the next video be about the Beirut explosion of 2020, this tragic event shook the world and left a lasting impact on the people of Beirut. The explosion caused widespread devastation, but it also brought out stories of heroism and community solidarity. We want to delve deeper into these stories and bring them to you. Or should we focus on the Japan tsunami of 2011? This disaster not only caused massive destruction, but also led to a nuclear crisis that had global repercussions. The resilience and recovery efforts of the Japanese people are stories worth telling. Let us know in the comments which story you want to hear next. Your input is crucial in helping us create content that is meaningful and impactful. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.